727? 7 to 7? Sweet. Learn something.
Testing. We're good. Thank you. On record?
Well, now is the time. It's actually about 5:25 p.m., June 10, 2019, for a meeting of the Lincoln City Urban Renewal Agency. I'm vice chairman, acting as chair in the absence of Councilor Deanna Hinton. And I will call to order the meeting. I'm going to need some help. Should we do a roll call? Roll call, please.
Anderson?
Yes.
Casper? Here. Hinton? Excused. Hoagland?
Here.
Coos?
Here.
Mark?
Yes.
And Parsons?
Here.
Do we pledge allegiance, or is that the, okay. And call for comments from any citizens present related to urban renewal district matters.
He's going to get the sign up.
Okay.
But just to make sure. But yeah,
Come on, Stacy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks, Stacey.
Didn't have much to say at this point. I'll save some of the comments for later. Only thing I really wanted to say is, as a resident of Lincoln
Stacy,
City.
could we have your name and address?
Oh, I'm Stacy
And
Baird.
Just, not address, just town. Yeah.
Lincoln City. And as a resident, I just wanted to say that I really don't want to pay any more taxes than I absolutely have to. And that was about it. I would hope that we would minimize this impact. It comes to about, the new budget comes to about $400, $500 per person. You know, $4 million, 8,000 people. I was just doing rough numbers. I don't know the exact numbers. But that's $400 per person. I realize it's not direct on each person, but it comes about, if you put it on a business, then it gets about to the business, to the people, on and on and on. Anyways, that's the only thing I wanted to say.
Okay, thank you. Anybody, any other citizens care to comment about urban renewal district matters? I have no one else on the list. Do we ask for review of the minutes? Do we want to comment on the minutes from the May 13 meeting?
Mr. Chair, I'd move to approve the minutes of the regular meeting, May 13th, 2019.
Second.
Motion to approve, and Councilor Hogan seconds. All in favor of accepting the minutes as written, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Passes. And now it's time for a public hearing on Resolution UR 2019-02. And again, we're looking for public comments. Hearing none.
If it's in regards to the Urban Renewal 2018-02.
If it's budgeting for the urban renewal?
Yes.
Come forward.
Should have just,
Go ahead, Stacy Baird.
I'm
Lincoln
Stacy
City.
Baird, Lincoln City. Like the new mics, by the way. I haven't been following, guilty, like I should been. I've been neglecting my responsibilities as a resident of Lincoln City and keeping up with what's happening. But in brief, today I looked over the budget and it caught me off guard that we were spending $1.8 million approximately in debt servicing. Did I read that right? I didn't realize that the urban renewal was in debt, and servicing of 1.8. I'm hoping that's to pay the debt off and not just paying the interest. Anyways, I wanted to make that comment that, wow, that's more than half the budget, or right at half the budget. The other thing that I was looking at that hit me kind of off was $412,000 out of the construction budget goes to, sent out of the construction budget somewhere. I didn't really understand where that went. I was hoping to get a little clearer on that during the meeting here, or through my reading. Again, I haven't done due diligence. I think that was the only two things I looked at. I just didn't realize, and I don't know that all the people in Lincoln City, the residents here, are that understood that we were we were going to get taxed. We're voting on here to be taxed, an additional tax on debt. I didn't even realize we had.
It's not that way.
That's not the way? Oh, that's what I read. I was reading.
Yeah,
in
Mr.
today.
Baird, I appreciate your questions. I think we'll probably get some explanation
That was
that
all I
might
had.
satisfy you from the director.
Thank you.
Okay. Anybody else here for public comment on the Urban Renewal District? Hearing none, do we need a motion to close the public hearing?
So moved.
Second?
Moved by Mayor Anderson, second by Hoagland. All in favor of closing the public hearing, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Passes. And what's next? Okay, do we need to hear from Allison at all? Or
Debbie?
Or Debbie? Yeah, and I wonder if, would it be appropriate to address Mr. Baird's question?
Good evening. So the way urban renewal works here in Oregon is the tax monies that you collect have to pay for debt. And so in order to actually do any construction, you have to issue debt, and you use the proceeds of your debt to build your construction. So the construction is paid for by the debt, and then the tax revenues pay the debt payments. So it's not a duplicate tax. And then the second question, the transfers out of the UR construction fund, we're actually doing a transfer out because we have our last project budgeted in 1920. And so we were going to transfer out the remaining funds into the property rehabilitation fund, and it will be used as an economic toolbox in that fund, still subject to the urban renewal district.
I think the point that some in the public might not be getting is that this is not a new tax, it's more of a diversion of tax?
It's a diversion of existing taxes. So your tax actually doesn't go down when urban renewal closes. It's just kind of redirected to different entities. So this does not increase taxes.
Right.
So.
Okay. So should we, do we need to hear from the staff on this resolution, or could we just go ahead and call for a motion?
So staff presented a proposed budget to the Urban Renewal Budget Committee, and it was approved at the first Budget Committee meeting with no changes made. And so this resolution reflects the proposed budget as approved by the Budget Committee.
Mr. Chair, I'd make the motion to approve Resolution UR 219-02, adopting the fiscal year 2019-20 budget.
Second.
You can have Mr. Parsons second that. Any deliberation or discussion? Do we need a roll call vote?
Anderson,
Yes.
Casper,
Yes.
Hoagland,
Yes.
Coos,
Yes.
Mark,
Yes.
and Parsons.
Yes.
Motion carries.
You've adopted the budget. Anything else we need to do here? Oh, are there any actions that this body needs to take based on executive session or work sessions? Believe not. Any comments from agency members? Hearing none, this meeting is adjourned.
What, 10 minutes till the next?
Let's see.
As nerve-wracking as it is.
Hey, at least it was a simple one.
At least you didn't forget the motion to adopt the budget.
Thanks, Ross.